Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to walk over a Flight Test Explorer plane, and I will work on the nose of it. So here is the nose that we will be building right here, and we will be designing this, adding some radii to the outside edges, and building this. We will eventually build this entire plane, but right now we're just concentrating on this front nose piece right here that slides into this fuselage piece. All right, so using Onshape, the free versions of Onshape, and these files can be opened and copied by you going to Onshape, the public area. You can actually find the files that I'm making today. So first we're going to start off with the front view. We are going to insert an image into here, and then we will hide this right one right here, hide the right plane, hide the top plane, and then we're going to click on this front right here and we're going to get into there. Alright, so now we're going to create a sketch on this front plane right here. Okay, so now we can take this guy and slide him over there. Let's do an insert image. We want to insert our nose piece. Okay, we're going to open up page 3 of our PDF that we have. So I clicked on that 3 and I click here, and now I can do a scale on this. So this is the beginning steps of the scale. So now we need to actually do the real scale, and we know this is 10 centimeters, so that's 100 millimeters. So we will choose line, so L, to scale this. So we could draw that line, and we see there's a shortcut. There's an L. If we hit L for line, it undoes and redoes. So we're going to go back in the line, create this line. Okay, and now we're going to create a dimension. So D for dimension, going from this side to this side, and we're going to undo that. Control Z to undo. I'm going to go back in the dimension, click in here, and this is 100 millimeters. Okay, and we just noticed that it's rescaled very large, but that's acceptable. That's exactly what we want. So now we're going to work on this piece right here, and eventually we'll get to the other pieces and make the rest of the fuselage. But yeah, we will be concentrated only on this. So we're going to simulate this out of foam, but I'm going to build it and I'm going to rotate it on there and cut it in 90 degrees basically. And because this piece looks entirely symmetric, I can take this and I can cut this. I'll create a line in here that cuts that, so we can do this symmetrically. Let's click off this dimension here. Let's go back to our line function. Line from here all the way down here. Okay, click in there, line out, and now I create a line from here. So it should choose midpoint, which is right there on the lower right. So click there straight up. This should be my perfect midpoint. Escape that. Make this a construction line right here. What that allows me to do is I won't extrude that line. It's just for reference only. Okay, I hit the space bar to get out of that. Now I need to build a couple curves. So let's build a curve to go here and then over here. So I can do I can do a spline or I can do a curve. So I'm going to choose a Bezier curve, and we start from here. So with the Bezier, actually I'll fix that point in a little bit, but yeah, with the Bezier we can go outside the line and then we can fine tune it afterwards. So there we go. Right click, escape the Bezier. Actually when I escape that, it totally make it disappear, so let's not do that again. I'm going to actually first extend this guy. Okay, there we go. We can just simply drag that, go back to Bezier. Now we're going to click on this point, okay, and then we're just going to roughly sketch the outside of this, and there we go. And then I'm going to hit my escape. Okay, that's how I'm going to get out of that. And now I can fine tune this Bezier curve to match the black line. Okay, see, that just did that. Escape that, and then we will do a right click and confirm the sketch, and that has created my Bezier. So now I can go back, double clicked on that, and I get back into there, and I should be able to grab this pole right here. Pole. When it does things like this, a restart of the program should be able to fix that. So let me restart this, because this is not normal what it's doing. Yeah, it should let me grab this and move this around. Alright, so I will restart. Give me a second. Alright, just did a refresh, and that was refreshed the whole page. And now it lets me jump and mess around with the Bezier curve. Okay, this one right here I want to pull back out, and I kind of want to fix that guy right there. I don't want this point to move at all. I want it to be fixed. Okay, so now this one can move, the other one will not move. And let's adjust these. Okay, kind of just pull it out, and then it must be constrained by, there we go. Okay, I was trying to go out and it wouldn't let me. Okay, fine-tuning these guys, getting this guy back into position. Perfect. All right, we are looking pretty darn good. We can, you know, clean this up afterwards too if we ever want to. All right, one more Bezier curve, and I'm going to probably take it up to right here. Okay, so I'm going to grab this guy, click here. Just remember, I can click way outside. I might be able to do this whole thing like this. And then we'll take it down to here. And I'm going to hit escape to get out of that. And then I should be able to modify these guys. And yep, there we go. We can pull them in. Look at that, cleaning it up. So as I'm pulling these guys in, it gets a little better and better every single time. Okay, using my holding down my middle mouse button, I can pan around. Okay, look at that, beautiful. Okay, pulling this guy out a little bit. I'm gonna adjust this guy, adjust that. Now it's not gonna be perfect, but you know, we can be really, really close. Look at that, that's real nice. Okay, just tweaking it. Yep, perfect. It looks really, really good to me. Let me play around with this one more time. There we go. All right, we are nearly perfect. All right, so now I will right click and confirm. Actually, let me get back in the sketch. I need to finish this line right here. So I will move this curve up a little bit right there. Perfect, didn't mess up anything. So now I'm going to create a line from here, and I can take it past. I'm not worried about that. So now I'm going to do a trim function. So I'm going to go over here to my trim. So M for trim, or click there. So I'm trimming that, and then I'm going to create a line all the way. Actually, this I thought was, yeah, it is a line. We can trim that one. Should be a line in there. I'm pretty sure there was a line. I'm going to undo. Yeah, okay, there is a line. Perfect. And I could actually trim that if I wanted to. So M, trim, and okay. So now we can make this perfectly symmetric. Now in Sketch, there's no history of me doing any mirrors. So I will do the mirror. So select the mirror line, which is this guy, and then all my entities to be mirrored. I can click on each one individually, or I can cover over and select them all. Okay, so that is done. I hit escape, gets out of that. Okay, now we have to extrude this shape. All right, so we will actually finish the sketch. So green check, and now I can go to my extrusions, and then I can grab this and start extruding it. So I still haven't decided how thick to make this. My guess is 3 millimeters. Let's try that. Okay, I think foam board is 5 millimeters thick, so 3 millimeters I think would be sufficient. Let's make it 4 actually. 4, and then I can fold it. Okay, so I'm going to get back in that sketch, or show my sketch. Where's my sketch at? Show me, there we go. All right, I had to click on the little eyeball. So I want to do a cut right here, and I can actually probably create, we could do a cut right in the middle of that guy right there. So we're going to create like an extension, I'm sorry, we're going to create a construction line and then chop this. Let's create a line. Let's go back to my sketch. and then front view. Get us nice and back into position. So I'm going to create a box from here down here, and what I'm going to do is find the midpoint of that. So I'm going to hit L. Where's my L? Yep, I should be, that's midpoint. And there's my midpoint, perfect. Right click, escape that line. And I should be able to do the identical thing to that side, but here's what I can do. Is I can make half of this. Actually, I can get rid of all this other mirror, and I can do all of this. I can fold that and then mirror the entire thing to itself. Perfect. I think that'd be a great idea. So I'm going to trim all this guy. We didn't have to mirror all that. Let's trim. Why are you not trimming, buddy? Trim still on, right? Okay. You see how it moved? Everything. Control Z gets me out of there. Let's click on this and just hit delete. There we go. Not sure why it wasn't with trimming. M, trim, good. M, trim. All right, so there we go. All right, so now sketch is finished. So now I actually want to sketch a little more of this. It didn't finalize this because this is a construction line. So let me go in there, make this not a construction line now. So I'm going to get in that sketch, two times click this guy, and then undo the construction. And now we can make these construction lines if we want. So let me get out of that. I'm going to hit escape or space bar. This guy, this guy, this guy, and should be a little tiny guy in here. All right, whatever. I'm going to put construction. Okay, space bar to get out of that. And now I should be able to go back, and it properly extruded it. So now I can do a rotation of this, and I could split it along that line right there. So let's do a split. We're going to choose this body. We're going to choose edge to split with. And let's see if it lets me choose the edge. It's not liking the edge, but here's what I should be able to do. Just grab this right here. Make sure it's facing one way. See how it's facing that way right there? Perfect, that's what I want. And then split. Okay, so it just split on there. So now I can rotate this. This body right here, I'm going to rotate and then pull it up, straight up. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do a transform of that. Okay, here's transform right here. So we're going to take this and we're going to rotate an axis, and the axis is down here. It's this edge right here, and we're going to do a -90, I think. -90. Yep, perfectly. It takes us straight up. Okay, and we can see we're actually on right in the middle of it, so we may actually want to do a rotation on the other line, which is, so edge of sketch, we actually want to choose this line as our rotation. We can see it took us down a little bit. Okay, that one's a little better. All right, we can take this one and then we can just find the difference there. So there it is, it's flipped, okay? And now we can pull out to the edge right there. So we can just take this, do another transform. Here, transform, we're gonna rotate it. And then first we can find out what the distance is. So let's go down here to measure. And we are gonna measure this edge to this edge. And it's telling me that this is 2.147, so I can right click. We're in the x-axis, so I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to transform this guy, and I'm going to transform it x in the -x. So I'm going to put a negative, put my number in. I can see I got 2 negatives, so I get rid of one of those, hit enter, and it moved it over. Perfect. All right, so now I like that. Everything looks good. Now I will do a union, which combines both of them, and then uncheck that. We don't need 2 bodies left over. We want 1 body only. And now we can take this and we can do a mirror on here. So let's try the mirror function. So previously we've mirrored the sketch. Now we're actually mirroring the 3D body. So we would do an add entities to mirror is this guy, and this is our plane right here that we want to use. And then we have add, so it should combine it and make 1. There we go. So that is complete. Once we start building the whole thing, we can, you know, add some better radii to the outside of this. But currently, I think this is pretty good. Yeah, I think this is good. This here will fit on the very front, so we will build this next in the next video. And so this is just part of the fuselage, and this allows you to kind of slide the fuselage back and forth. See this right here. So we just created this outside shape, and now we will be building the fuselage in the next video. So yep, that one, I believe it's this is probably multi-parts. So all right, back to Onshape, and I'll conclude this video. So thank you for joining and watching this video. Hope it was useful and taught you a little bit about how to extrude and how to do some mirrors and do symmetric mirroring, stuff like that. So all right, thank you. Bye.